Look at all that crap.
Good evening! It's James from Pipe Doctor Home Services. This thing obviously doesn't like me that much. How's it going? It's our little, we got so much room down in this basement down here. The kids can do so many different things. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We got a video today for a 50-gallon natural gas water heater install. If you check out my boss, Mikey Pipes, Pipe Doctor's YouTube channel, he was just there the other day where he did a backflow test and it turned into a water heater sale. So I was lucky enough to be the one to go back today, and that's not sarcasm. I was lucky enough to be the one to go back today with our apprentice, Giondi, to install that water heater. We left the office at 7:35, got to the client's home at 7:40. We were in and out. Water heater was up and running at 10 o'clock in the morning. So all said and done, about 2.5 hours tops. So I was able to record, put it all together. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Consider liking and subscribing to my channel and turning on post notifications. I try to post on a daily basis, or if not, a couple times a week. Appreciate you guys and all the support. Also, if you want to reach out to me, if you have any questions or you want to contact me, plumbguyny@gmail.com. I ordered some things I'm going to be showing you guys next week. I'm excited for them to come in. You'll check them out and see how they are. I'm going to hop back on my car and skedaddle out of here. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Water heater is loaded. It is currently 7 a.m. Got the water heater expansion tank already pre-charged. I knew what the water pressure was in the home beforehand, so I already pre-charged that, Tefloned it. We have the Webstone manifold to mount the expansion tank. I prepped this yesterday, tightened everything up. Already has a female adapter on it, ready to get pressed. Just wait for Gio. Get this thing banged out, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is our patient that's coming out. Gonna take this out, put a new tank, correct orientation. Me and Gio are gonna try to lift it up and over this. So we're gonna start. We got the gas shutter ready. We're gonna start with draining this down and getting this thing taken out of here. Of course, having a slightly tough time with this drain. All crusted up, all this crap inside of it. So I was able to take this off here and stick something in there to get it to break up a little bit. And it is draining, so sucking some air through as well. We'll get it drained down. I'm not worried. So, but I'm also not trying to spend the whole day here, you know? Not overly bad. Slightly wet in the pants. Still sturdy. Wish I had a hose adapter for this. Alright. Look at all the shit that came out. This is all the crap that builds up on the bottom of these water heaters when you don't flush them. Alright, let me go get an adapter for this. That's what I'm looking for. Get this thing done in like 3 minutes. So we got the gas disconnected, the hot and the cold are disconnected, the flue piping's disconnected. Once we get this thing fully drained down, we're gonna see if we can try to squeeze it out of here. It's tight. If I move these bricks out a little over, we might be able to slide this one out. Now the new one I think is gonna be a little bit thicker, but it won't be nearly as heavy as this one with all the sediment and sludge in it. So if the new one we have to pick it up and put into place, I'm okay with that. Might just take this off this gas valve here, just so we have as much clearance as possible. We'll see how that goes. All right, she slid right out, literally. All we did was just push the meter a tiny smidge. Well, we didn't push the meter, we pushed the bricks over so they were out of the way. But we'll get this area swept up, try to dry it out as best as we can before we put the new heater in place. Yeah, this new one, it's got to be thicker. There's no way, because this one was, take a look and see. This one was just about 20 inches. The newer ones tend to always be more insulated and thicker. Where did I put those paper towels? Always putting stuff down and never finding it. So we'll get this dried up. I'll get my hose taken off of this one. I got Gianni cutting the box open for the new water heater. This is his first time installing a water heater. He did go to HVAC school. So when he comes and does plumbing with me, practically everything's a first for him, which is okay. Because how else are you going to learn? Alright, purge all the water out of that. Get this hose wrapped up and on to our next step. And if at any point you need to stop, you just tell me. Go ahead. Just watch the walls. Nice and easy. Just take your time. There's no marathon here. All right. You can, if you want to set it down right now, and then I'll rotate. There we go. Beautiful. All right. We'll put this off to the side for now, just so we can get the older one out. She could stay right there. Here's an idea. This is what we're dealing with on Long Island. Look at all that crap. So you gotta flush your water heaters on an annual basis so that you don't have this happen. Currently putting back the gas cock that we had to remove to get the new water heater in place. The water heater cleared the circulator and the water meter just fine, no issues there. But when we were trying to stand it up is when we had an issue, because we were hitting this and we were hitting the front face here of the gas meter. So what I did was I shut the gas off, and of course this has oil in the drip leg, which is what it's designed for. So we shut the gas off, took this nipple out, got the water heater in place, and now the only thing that sucks is the gas doesn't line up the same as it did prior, because this tank is bigger. So we'll just have to work with correcting that. In New York, we do not put Teflon tape on our gas. I know in Massachusetts and places like Texas, I'm not sure about Connecticut, but we don't Teflon gas here. Oh, we could always swing it, or I could just, honestly, I could just push it back. I could shorten this piece between the two smoke 90s, push it back and line the gas up. All right, that's the way to go. Let's do it. Okay, so we had to go up and around the circulator. I had to rotate the water heater a little bit just because where it was with the gas valve was too close to the circulator. So, and we need this to be serviceable and this to be serviceable. So I was able to get it together and it should be able to come apart. So that's all done. Next, we're going to focus on getting the water line set up. We'll get what we need to get the vent hood secured properly. We just got to do a little redirecting with the water lines now that I spun the water heater a little bit, but that's not a big deal. I always focus on the hard piping with gas and venting, and then water lines are always easy to correct afterwards. An issue a little bit with getting this expansion tank to fit in this area. So the old plastered cement ceiling got a slight opening for us to fit this in properly, just because we needed this in the correct orientation. And there's no spacing wise, we're short on real estate. So we got the expansion tank in, we got the manifold on. It comes with this fish plate, as we call it, or threaded rod mounting plate. It comes with these two retaining nuts, these 3/8 nuts to tighten down. It also comes with this piece of threaded rod. I got the expansion tank in place. I had prepped this yesterday with the pressure, the date, our pipe doctor sticker on it. So that's all done. Now, if you grab from me in that box, there's a plastic bag. Yep. So it's already open because I prepped this yesterday. I made up the female adapter. This also comes with a washer that obviously you don't want to lose. That goes onto there. And your female. Let's see. There we go. So that tightens on like that. And then we'll get the 1/2 inch converted to 3/4 and get that connected. Well, I'm human and I make mistakes. I pressed all of this and completely forgot to make this up, but I'm happy I noticed it now and not afterwards. So I have Giondi just grabbing a coupling from the truck. This is why you double check your work and make sure you look at everything before you start turning stuff on. It's my fault. I will take from my savings and repay Mike this press coupling I owe him now for making an oopsie. In the meantime, we got what we needed to get done with this relief valve for the water heater on the drip leg. The code is to have it within 6 inches of the floor, but no less than 1 pipe diameter. So in this case, it's 3/4 inch pipe. So it can't be anything less than that, and it can be no greater than 6 inches. Coupling, fantastic. We can put that back in the nipple tray. We'll get this coupling on here. You can get me the press tool with the 1/2 inch jaws on them, please. And it looks like I marked this 3/4 by 1/2 inch coupling wrong, but it turns out the 1/2 inch side was slipped. So when I went to go push this in, the pipe literally pushed all the way through, and I was like, no way, I've never seen where it's a slip on the 1/2 inch side. It's very cool. So just double check everything that's pressed. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, and that is good. All right, that can go back away now. Thank you. And you can bring that up and out. And then the 3 pieces of copper we have on the floor, you could also take those out and put them in the back of my truck. Going Baldwin. And all these dogs were walking in and out, getting their grooming done. I was saying hi to all of them. I was like, hey, puppy. All right, so everything's on. Heater's running. That's good. We did our combustion. Draft is good. That's on. And it's 9:50.